Hey everyone, what's up? Well, I know it's been a while since I last made a new YouTube video regarding some teas, so it's time to make some tea videos today. Well, today's videos I bring you some good news regarding a few molts that I just witnessed. I witnessed 3 molts that I'm going to be sharing with you. One just freshly molted last night. Unfortunately, I was going to make a nighttime video, but all of a sudden I was just too tired because yesterday I did 16 clients and today I did 10. Well, let's get to it, shall we? Why not? I'm super excited to show you guys what's been up with my collection. Well, I have some great news regarding that S.alternans, the Haitian giant centipede, and unfortunately I don't see my... oh, there's my flashlight. So let's update that guy first, and before I show you some T-molts, because this is the best thing I want to show you. Okay. Well, as you can probably see, give me a second, the centipede eggs have started to take shape now. No longer are they typical balls. They kind of look like croissants, if you catch my drift. Now they're starting to take some shape now, and starting to look like little centipedelings. So, as you all know from my YouTube videos, I made a video on Mother's Day, which was May the 11th, showing that this centipede was a mother. Now, I really didn't have no idea that she was a mother. She was sold to me as a wild caught from Angelo, my friend, and I just bought her because I wanted a nice little centipede to overcome my fears of them. So, lo and behold, I didn't have to do anything to breed these, and I'm sitting on at least a good 20-30 eggs. So probably within a month, they were going to be hatching. So I'll give weekly updates on this S.alternans to show you just typically how long these last. Now, as soon as they come out, I'm going to start to separate them, because I do know that, from what I heard, that the babies can eat the mother, so I'm going to be really cautious on that. And she hasn't been fed since Mother's Day, because if you try to feed a centipede or a tea with an egg sac, they will stress out and potentially might eat it, so you got to be really, really careful. There's the G. Poker Peas, Choco Goldney Charlotte. Fortunately doesn't have a good temper anymore, as often does with some of my chocos. Well, I'll show you this one in a bit. I'd like to show you my P. ornata, fringed ornamental. Huge, huge girl. 8+ inches. And here's another one that loves to climb. Salmopus erminia, Venezuelan sun tiger. Now here's one tea that molted. This is Nerissa. She was I bought it supposedly as a Kilimanjaro mustard baboon, which is the Tarantula cordatus, but I found out that she is a P. lagardi now. Definitely I think she's going to need a rehouse, and how I knew she had a molt was I looked right over here and kind of not hard to see, but there she goes. Okay, so let's update some other teas. There's the rare Poke, Pocotheria Hanama Vila Samica, Rameshworm Ornamental, my pair of Tapnicinius gigas Orange Tree Spiders, got the male and female. That's the female and that's the male, both about the same size, but he's probably going to mature way before she does, so that could be a little problem. Vicularia geroldi, believe it or not. Vicularias are one of my troublesome slings to keep, and sure enough, this one actually is doing well in my care, so all the more power to me. Maybe I'll start getting into the Avix again and try to get one of my favorite ones is Avicularia purpurea, which is the purple pinktoe. Very cool colors. Now this is supposedly a Pederseni, but I had some unfortunate news from Michael, who has my Poecilotheria fasciata. Apparently this Pederseni is a hybrid of a Ornata and Pederseni, so since it is male, I am not going to breed him. It's kind of unfortunate since I don't have a true Pederseni. Viridaceous species Madagascar fishing spider, doing well. Sparabofria hoffmanni, that one molted. Orphanaceous philippinus, which is the Filipino orange, definitely needs a rehouse. Next time she molts, or he molts, I think that one might be male. Oh, there's Zelda. Mama Killer. P. regalis, Indian ornamental. Very cool tea, but not for the beginners. P. cambridgei, turned at chevron. There's Poecilotheria smithi, yellow-backed ornamental, 100% female. One of my favorites, Saphusca highland. I mean, you gotta like this one. Very interesting pokey. Sweet colors too. Miranda might be molting very soon. I'm hoping she's starting to web a lot, which is typically seen for pokies, or any arboreals for that matter, and that's why I knew that my Avic was close to pre-molts. But anyways, I digress. So let's look at those new molts that I have to share with you. Well, I showed you the P. lagardi, which is one of them. Now, this is another one. This is the Chilobrachys guanaciensis, the Chinese fawn. This is a sweet tarantula. Not the prettiest of colors, but the reason why I bought it, because it's absolutely a gem to own. And you have to see the inner beauty, not just the colors of the tea. Now, why I bought this tea? Because it puts my GVB to shame. As you probably see, it's a very haunted enclosure. This is just an ordinary Sterlite 6-liter plastic shoebox enclosure that you can get at your local dollar store. All I did was just make some air holes along the perimeter of the container, and sure enough, this is a perfect enclosure. Great alternative to those critter keepers, and costs like 10 times less. So, I hope Julin is out. It's a pretty name for her because she is from China, or her origins are from China anyway. And this is my girl. There's the molt. I wanted to show it to you. And I don't believe I recorded her in feeding video 105 because she wasn't interested in eating. And, you know, with old world teas, it's very hard to tell whether or not they're in pre-molt or not because they don't have urticating hair. They don't really stir it. So pretty much intense webbing, well, not really seen from this species, and refusal to eat are probably the only signs in pre-molt that you can tell for these old world beasts. So I do want to focus on their eyes because you can actually see well. Look at her. Isn't she a beauty? Now, she is very calm walking, but you should really not own this tarantula if you're a new beginner, because these are flippin' aggressive, very defensive, very bitey, and they do have very strong venom, and they teleport. So you really got to be careful when you're owning a Chilobrachys. And honestly, this is a pretty cool tea to own. I don't mind the brown color, but I sure love those webs that they built. You know, very rare to see a tarantula web that much because, you know, tarantulas in general, they hunt by ambush, not like, you know, true spiders that will make webs and have flies trap in them and then they eat them. So you can tell that she is one happy girl, and she's pretty big too, around 5 inches. These got up to around having a 7-inch leg span, so she still's got a little growing to do. Okay, so this is the third tea that molted. This is my Acanthoscurria geniculata, the Brazilian giant white-knee. This used to belong to Logan. His name is Desire, which is a pretty cool name off Harry Potter. Now, Amanda from Tarantula Canada had sexes to be male, which is unfortunate because I really would have liked to have a female of it, but anyway. He's actually pretty large, and I'm checking his... Ooh, he's pretty defensive. He's not mature yet. He probably has, I think, one more molt into his maturity. I think I remember Derek, who was my old male. He was around that size. Now, geniculatas are really cool teas. They are super hungry eaters. They will mistake anything for food, including fingers. So that's why they have some sort of reputation of being defensive, but namely that's their strong beating responses. So I'll go sex his skin for you to see if he's a male or not, just to show you and just to confirm myself. Yeah, let's see if I can try to open it. Okay, so I just opened it, and it's very obvious that there is no flap that you would typically see over here. So that indicates that it is 100% male, just as I showed you with my Lasiodora Klugi. Alright, I do have Derek's Molts. I saved it up just to give you an idea of how big he was compared to Desire. They're pretty much the same size, only he matured and he's not mature yet, but I'm assuming now he's penultimate. He's going to mature out into a beautiful mature male. So definitely I get this a lot. When do you feed your tea when he is going to be molting? Well, you would wait 1 week after he molts. That way it would get him all hardened up and he'll be ready to eat. Now don't feed them too early because they can actually damage their fangs, because as you know, when tarantulas molt, they really become soft. So it's important to leave them alone. Just mainly give them water, and that's all they'll need for about a week. And then you can resume feeding. Wow, he's a nice specimen. He's a nice pretty boy. Look at all his hairs, all straight and curly. But he's not so nice though. Pretty guy. Now let's update my guinea pigs. You haven't seen those in a while. Alrighty, here are the guinea pigs. Haley and Leah. Here's Leah. A little bit skittish still. Hey, what are you doing? Your teeth chattering. Hey. That's not very nice, girl. Now, they're hungry, that's why. So this is the food that I use for them. Vitamin C fortified high fiber formula. Vitamin enriched and chopped Timothy hay. Yeah, she's showing her dominance. So, let me show you how they love to eat. Watch this. Okay. They go nuts after this. They just really love it. Okay. Yeah, I think that should last them a night. And then of course give them some hay. And we could probably see Haley popcorn. She just loves hay. Okay, so I just pretty much give them a handful of hay and just stick it in her dish. Well, I guess not, because we won't see them popcorning today. Hey, what's that? No? You're not going to popcorn today? There we go. Hey, Haley, did you like it? Hey? She's the sweetest. Aw, I know you're jealous. There we go. You got a cute face. Come here. Come here, Leah. Here. Good girl. There we go. You're not that bad. Alright everyone, so hope you enjoyed this cool big update from John. And definitely I will keep you posted on some more teas. And hopefully tomorrow, if I'm not too busy, I will rekindle those Tarantula Mythbuster videos. Just so busy that I haven't had time to make them, but I did promise quite a while ago I was going to make one, and I will do that. I will promise. Alright everyone, enjoy.